is wondering how to use these, you can use them several different ways, but the best way I have found to use them is with polygel. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and demonstrate that for you right now. This is, and I'm using white and black, so it's pretty easy. You can use acrylic. I'm not good at acrylic because I can't stand the smell of it, but I put a base coat on this because I'm not putting on my regular nails tonight. Got my alcohol, 91%, the slip solution. I'm just gonna, we're not really building a nail here, so I'm just putting enough to cover this nail, be thick enough for the imprint. Letting that puppy out. I might need to add a little more, don't know yet. But you know, if you were to use acrylic before it cures and smash that down into it and hold it until it cures or holds its shape, you would still get the same imprint. Now, you can just hold it with your hands naturally, your other hand, if it's on your finger. But I also have another way I want to try. I haven't tried yet, and I feel like it would work. So we'll zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just flattening out this white. Trying to get it even, as even as I can, because it will be pushed down on, so you don't want it bumpy in some parts, not the other. You kind of want it as even as possible. Those sides. Like I said, I'm not building a nail here on apex or anything, so I'm not really worried about that part of it. Just trying to get it even. Rid of the leftover. Now, this is a cheetah print one. And what I want to do, or what I've been doing anyways, a few times I've used it, is I just set it on there. And I like to get my flash cure lamp so it can be ready for me. Get that ready. Okay. And I was thinking, you have these forms, and the other silicone things go in the forms, so why couldn't you just simply press down with this to get your imprint and cure it? So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to make sure it's pushed down all the way on the entire nail. And lift it up here, cure it. Nope, it moved it over. Okay. Yeah. I smeared it. It didn't stay where I wanted it to. So, try again. That's okay. Mistakes happen. This polygel is really runny. It wasn't like this when I got it. Apparently that's not thick enough. So I guess let's go thicker and not use the nail form. So that idea is out the window. It just moved it and smeared it around. I saw somebody glue those the French tip silicone things into the form temporarily with like base coat to keep it in place. I don't know if that works because I haven't used my French tip ones yet. But I suppose doing this you could try that. I've never really put polygel on tips before. I use hard gel all the time. I started out with dip powder. Decided I didn't too much care for it. That the brush on stuff was just so strong. The one you use to activate it, make it harden. It was just such a strong smell. Oh my god, it put acrylic monomer to shame, even the cheapest. It was so strong. So then I went to polygel. And after about a year, then I went to hard gel. I haven't looked back. So if I get polygel, it's for a specific reason, or it's just some that I had. Nowadays, if I use polygel, it might be to make a flower, a 3D flower, maybe. Now, let's try this one more time. I have done it before, so I know it's doable. Don't want to push too hard. So I'll use my hand light. That's why I didn't want to put a bunch on there. Squishing out the sides. Anyways. There's your imprint. And then what you do is you go back through with a different color, like you would with a reverse French and acrylic, and you file it down till you have your little design. I'll show you in just a second. Let me cure this the rest of the way in the big lamp. And I'm going to cure this so I can just peel it right off. It's silicone, so it's going to come off. Just like if you use it with acrylic, it'll come right off. Hard gel, same diff. Although, I don't know how you could possibly use that with hard gel, seriously. Fully cured now. Now I'm going to take my black I'm going to brush it onto this nail. See if that's enough. That's a very sticky black. Why does black have to be so difficult in everything? Hard gel, acrylic, everything. I mean, at this point, I guess you could use a colored hard gel, or just layers and layers of polish, but who wants to do all that? Just gonna pack it into the little divots. I mean, these tools are great, these little silicone things, but very, very finicky to work with, in my opinion. I got a whole box of them, different designs. Now you see, my cheetah print's coming to life here. Very much so. I'm not going to add any more. You get the gist of it. I'm smoothing it out over it. Now I'm going to cure that. Peel this off. See? Silicone just pops right off. Now, afterwards, like dual forms, these are going to be sticky because Polygel has a dispersion layer, inhibition layer, all that good stuff. So all I do is I just wipe it with alcohol. It's still going to be somewhat sticky, but not as much as initially. It's all clean because anything that cures in there, you can just pop right out the little holes. Now we're done. Now the ones I was talking about that they use base coat to put in there are these. You can stick them in the dual form with base coat. Some people just say it sticks, but not in my experience. I tried making them stick, it didn't happen. But this whole box is full of those different animal print ones. Now all you gotta do is clean the puppy up and you've got your design. Take my e-file. Okay, not this bit. Need us a rougher. Rougher sanding band. Here's an 80 sanding band. That ought to do the trick. Yes, I should have wiped it with alcohol first, but I wasn't worried about it. It's a sanding band. And I didn't completely fill this in with the black, but you can see the cheetah print. Throw a top coat on it real quick. You can see it in all its glory. And there you have it. That's how I use them. And I assume it would be a lot easier with acrylic right before it hardens. You could probably do other things with it, but this works best for me. So, I hope that helps. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day or night. Bye, hotties.